Well, on this beautiful morning, I'm here with Mika from JB Instant Lawn and Nursery, and we're going to be talking about lawns today. But you know, it's interesting that in this USA Today poll, 64% of us think that our neighbor's lawn is better looking than our own. So we're going to talk with Mika here and see if we can find some ways to change that. It's springtime. Lawns always take a beating in the winter generally. What are the steps that we're going to go through to make them rejuvenated?
Well, William, usually you want to take care of the bigger areas first, and here in Oregon, in the bigger areas in the lawns, we grow moss, unfortunately. So you want to get rid of the moss. There is products out there that take the moss out pretty good. You want to thatch, you want to aerate your lawn. After this is done, you want to go about the smaller areas when you have weeds in your lawn, so-called broadleaf weeds like clover, dandelions, and so forth, chickweeds. Usually weed begons or other weed control products take care of that. Once that step is finished, then you want to mow your lawn as short as you can. Normally we recommend about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch, so that when you put the seed over the grass, the existing grass, that the seed really goes down to the soil.
Yeah, so it's just not laying there on top. Okay,
exactly. It needs to touch the soil to germinate and to get the root in the soil, because if it's just on top, it wouldn't do anything.
Well, now, if we're putting the seed down, is there anything like, do you want to fertilize? Because we have acidic soil here in the Northwest a lot. Do we want to lime?
That's actually a good idea here, especially in the Willamette Valley. We have a very acidic soil, as you already said. Lime will take care of that. It will sweeten the soil, bring the pH level up so that the grass seed actually can germinate faster and also grow deeper into the ground. After you put the lime on, we usually use a broadcast spreader. It covers better your lawn area. Then you want to put the starter fertilizer on that helps actually the root growth off the seed into the ground, into the soil. And once this is done, you might want to water or just use the morning dew that everything goes in the ground, and then you spread your seed over it.
Now, and you had mentioned earlier too when we were talking, Mika, that it really does need a certain pH for the seed to germinate.
Yes.
So you really do need to make sure that you're getting the lime in there for that to happen.
Right.
And then after you put the seed down, what about, I've heard a lot of talk about birds eating seed.
Yeah.
So how would you protect that?
You can protect your lawn seed actually from those two dangers, the birds eating the seed and also for drying it, the seed out, by either using topsoil or garden mulch.
Just like a garden compost would work?
For example, yeah.
Well, we have this here that we got from Grimm's, and they can deliver this to your yard if you need a lot of it. If not, you can go to your independent garden centers and buy bags of it. But it's just a real fine garden topping, a compost.
Exactly. You want to put a fine layer on top of the seed. We would not recommend thicker than 1/4 of an inch, because all you need is to cover it, to combine it with the existing soil, and also to keep it moist. That's actually very important, that during the day, even when the sun is getting now a little bit warmer in the springtime, that during the day you keep the moisture around the seed so that it can germinate and grow into the soil.
Because once it dries out, it's not going to germinate.
Yeah, it'll die right there.
And once the birds eat them, it's not going to germinate.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got our compost down, we've done all these steps. Then how long do you think it is before the grass starts popping up?
Usually when you have a temperature above 55, around 60 degrees, average daytime temperatures, then it takes about 8 to 10 days until you see little sprouts germinating from the seeds.
So Mika, I noticed that there's a couple different colored bags down here. What is the significance of that?
Well, we designed the new bags actually for JB selected premium lawn seed. We made it a little bit easier for the consumer. We have here a sun and shade lawn seed. We put it in the darker color bag, and here the sunny blend, which is
Sunny.
the yellow. Sunny, yes.
Now, just on a side note real quick, if you have dense shade, you're probably not going to be able to grow any kind of grass there.
I seriously would not recommend grass for dense shade.
Okay, so, but if you have some sunshine, a little sunshine and shade, this will work well, and this is a full sun. What's the difference?
The difference is that this here is a blend out of 3 different varieties of ryegrass. We have like an analysis label right here on the back of the seed bag that shows you all the contents of it and also the percentages. Ryegrass is a grass that loves the sun, so if you plant this or overseed with ryegrass, you want at least 5 hours of daily sunlight.
Okay, so what's in the shade mix that makes it different?
Well, turn it around and look at the label real quick, and you'll notice that it is actually a mix, not a blend anymore. It's a mix between fescue grasses and ryegrasses. So it'll tune down a little bit the amount of sunlight. You can actually plant this kind of seed if you only have a minimum of 3 hours of sunlight.
Nice. And I noticed that on both of these there are zero weed
Yes,
seeds.
that's very important because you want the least amount of weed seeds in your grass seed.
Yeah.
Because whatever you put down on the ground, that will grow in Oregon.
Certainly, yeah, here it certainly does. And so whether you're looking for sun or shade, rye or fescue, we invite you to go to any of your independent garden centers. You can also pick up JB Lawn Seed at Lowe's, Home Depot, and Jerry's in Eugene. So, and if you have any other questions, you go to, what's your website?
www.jbinstantlawn.net.
Perfect. So I think what we should do, Mika, is get working on this lawn, all right? Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.